Hello, welcome. Welcome to Chit Chat with Chandrika. First of all, Happy New Year. Today is our first episode. And for this episode, మీ ముందుకి మా అమ్మాయి ప్రియాంక సింగిరికొండ. She is a freshman at Cornell University and ఎప్పటి నుంచో చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం ఈ ఎపిసోడ్. ఎందుకంటే వి వాంట్ టు షేర్ అవర్ ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్స్ విత్ యూ ఆల్. సో మెనీ పేరెంట్స్ నాకు పర్సనల్‌గా మెసేజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. లేకపోతే దాంతో మాట్లాడాలని కొన్ని క్వెషన్స్ అడగాలి. వాళ్ళ కాలేజ్ అప్లికేషన్ ప్రాసెస్‌కి ఎన్నో క్వెషన్స్. వి హావ్ డన్ సమ్ కాలేజ్ సెమినార్స్ చేసాము. బట్ ఇది కొంచెం డీటెయిల్డ్‌గా పర్సనల్‌గా షేర్ చేసుకుందాము ఈ ఎపిసోడ్ అని చెప్పి మీకోసం చేస్తున్నాం ఈ ఎపిసోడ్. With honest, we never have this plan, but we thought let's give it a try. Okay. Hey Priyanka, welcome to our channel. Do you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks Mom for introducing me briefly. Hi everyone, my name is Priyanka. I am a freshman at Cornell University studying atmospheric science.
Oh, nice. So Priyanka, now your first semester is done. You are here for the winter break.
Yes.
How do you feel? How do you feel the first semester went just like that? Or what's overall you'll give?
It feels like just yesterday I got to campus and I was moving into my dorm. It's like actually so surreal to think like wow, like my first semester at college is done. But it's a good feeling. I'm so glad I got to experience all of this and come back home to my lovely family in the beautiful sunny Florida instead of cold Ithaca.
Okay, do you miss Cornell or do you miss home? To be honest.
I will say I missed home a lot during the first semester. Even though I didn't want to admit it to mom, saying like, "Oh, I'm homesick." It wasn't that I'm homesick. I just missed mom. I missed home. Missed being around my sisters and everything. But now that I'm home, I also miss Cornell a lot. I miss seeing my friends all the time and like either going to eat with them at the dining hall or going to study with them. It feels like a part of my routine has just been snatched away from me for a month.
సో, నాకు చాలా సార్లు పేరెంట్స్ అడిగే క్వెషన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే, మీరు ఔట్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ మీ అమ్మాయిని అంత దూరం పంపించారు. ఆహ్, ఆహ్, అంటే వాట్ మేడ్ యూ టు మేక్ దట్ ఎ హ్యూజ్ డెసిషన్ అంటారు. నాకు డ్యాడీకేమో చాలా సర్ప్రైజింగ్ అనిపిస్తది. బికాజ్ ఐ I was away from home at the age of 18. I told you multiple times. My
Yeah.
dad, gave that opportunity for me, and I am out of state. Not
Yeah.
because I'm very studious, though. Okay, just know
Mom
that.
has her own thing. Yeah.
And your dad was here. Maybe he was at least 21 or
Yeah,
when
early
he
20s.
when,
Yeah.
when he moved to US. So we never thought that way. We always thought whatever you want and what is best.
Yeah.
You will feel happy and we are so proud that she got into Ivy League. Oftentimes పేరెంట్స్ చాలా పుష్ చేస్తారు దానికి.
అవును.
ఏం
Yeah.
చేయలేదసల. మేము దానికి వదిలేసాం. వాటెవర్ హర్ డ్రీమ్ స్కూల్ వాస్ ఇనిషియల్లీ దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ. ఐ కాంట్ సే దిస్ అని చెప్పలేను.
But it was
కొలరాడో వాస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్.
Colorado was my top. From like when I was very young, I had always wanted to go to Colorado. It was the story for this is that our neighbor back then, when I was telling him like, "Oh, I really want to study weather," he was like, "You would love Colorado." And then ever since then, it was just stuck on me. I was like, "I'm going to Colorado." It's gonna happen. And any trip, the first ever trip we took to Colorado, it was because I've always wanted to see Colorado. I wanted to see the university. And then I tripped again like what last year? 2 years ago, well, 2024 summer, we took a trip so I could actually tour the university. And then I went again last year myself in January to go tour the university in winter. It was my dream school for the longest time.
Yeah. Yeah, but we are very proud that you got into Ivy League, Cornell, UC Berkeley, so many colleges you got
Yeah.
into, and it was a very tough decision to, narrowing one university. And I'm glad you're happy where you want to be.
Yeah.
So, the overall college selection process లో త్రీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్ విచ్
Mm.
ప్లేడ్ ఎ మేజర్ రోల్ అంటే నువ్వేం చెప్తావు? ఈజ్ ఇట్ అంటే నేను అడుగుతాను కొన్ని
Oh.
క్వశ్చన్స్.
Yeah.
ఈజ్ ఇట్ అకాడమిక్స్? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఎక్స్ట్రా కరిక్యులర్ యాక్టివిటీస్? ఈజ్ ఇట్స్ ఓవరాల్ యువర్ అప్లికేషన్ ప్రాసెస్? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఎస్ఏటి స్కోర్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎల్స్? ఒక త్రీ మేజర్ థింగ్స్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్ ఫోకస్ చేయాలంటే ఏమి ఇస్తావు సజెషన్?
So I definitely say extracurricular activities. You want to show like a university, whether it's Cornell or anywhere else in the country, that you are someone that is passionate. You are well rounded with like the opportunities that you've been given, whether it be internship, research, leadership positions, or volunteering. You want to show that. Is always going to be a very big thing. Any college wants a kid that's very academically strong that boosts their academic profile. So, show that passion, show that, determination in your academics. And then I think the third thing is always the essays. Your essays, whether they really say it or not, do play a major role in your application process, whether that be the personal statement essay you write for Common App, the PIQs that you write for the UC application, or your supplemental essays that you write separately for each college. Those essays do make an impact and could also be the make it or break it factor for a admissions officer to determine whether you get accepted into the university or not. You want to show your individuality, things that have shaped you as a person and are continuing to shape you, or something you're actually going to bring to the college yourself. So show those characteristics, show those qualities in your application.
సో, ఈ లీడర్‌షిప్ పొజిషన్స్ అవని, ఎక్స్‌ట్రా కరిక్యులర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ అవని, ఇవన్నీ మీకు స్కూల్‌లో వాళ్ళు హెల్ప్ చేస్తారా? లేకపోతే యాస్ ఎ స్టూడెంట్ మీకున్న ఇంట్రెస్ట్‌ని బట్టి మీరు రీసెర్చ్ చేసుకొని, ఎలాంటి వాటికి అప్లై చేసుకోవాలని మీరు చూసుకుంటారా?
Sometimes you'll have your teachers help you out with this process, but mainly it's you. You as a person have to research and find these positions for yourself or actively apply for these positions, whether it be within school or outside of school. In my case, it was a mix of both. I had my teachers when it came to some clubs be like, yeah, we'd love for you to be president of the club. Let's like, talk about like the application process or whatnot. Or they'd help me with rec letters for external opportunities I was applying for. But most of the time it was also just me just researching as well because my field is a little niche. I'm atmospheric science. I'm not your typical medicine or engineering. So I also have to do my own research and find these opportunities. And just because you are choosing medicine or engineering or any of these other fields doesn't mean that you should just depend on your teachers or your friends to tell you these opportunities. You should be searching for them yourself too.
థాంక్ యూ ప్రియాంక. సో, నాకు చాలా సార్లు పేరెంట్స్ అడుగుతారు. మీ మీ అమ్మాయి ఏం ఎక్స్‌ట్రా కరిక్యులర్ యాక్టివిటీస్ తీసుకుంది? లేతే ఏం ఏపీ కోర్సెస్ తీసుకుంది? అవి మాకు చెప్తారా? సో దట్ వి విల్ మేక్ ష్యూర్ అవర్ కిడ్స్ ఆల్సో డూ ఇట్ అంటారు. నాకు దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఎలా చెప్పాలో నాకు అర్థం కాదు. నాకు ఇఫ్ యూ టెల్ ఇట్ మేబీ దే విల్ అండర్‌స్టాండ్ మచ్ బెటర్.
No, definitely. So everyone's academic profile is going to be different depending on the major or like the college you're choosing to apply to. Since I'm a very much more STEM heavy person, as well as like my field is very physics heavy, I took a lot more physics and math heavy courses as opposed to like English and humanities heavy courses. Someone that wants to go pre-law might want to take more of like the APs regarding in history or or whether it be English for writing and stuff like that. Or someone who wants to do medicine, let's say biology or chemistry as their pre-med major, they'd want to take AP Bio or AP Chemistry instead of like AP Physics courses. So it's very different for everyone. So I can't be the one to tell your kids like, hey, you should take these classes. You should map that out in progression with the career choice that you have for yourself in the future. And in terms of extracurricular activities, I did like a plethora of them. I had my creative stuff and I had my academic stuff. I was doing dance on the side. So I was a classical Bharatanatyam dancer. So I was doing competitions, I was doing dance. It was mainly for fun. That was my stress reliever throughout high school. And then within high school, I had leadership positions in certain different clubs and whatnot. And then back to the academics, but outside of high school, I did research, I did some internships regarding like climate policy and stuff like that. So just a lot of different things that show both the creative sides and my academic and career interests in terms of those extracurricular activities.
ఓకే. ఇవన్నీ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి? నైన్త్‌లో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలా? 10థా? లేకపోతే ఏ ఇయర్‌లో అంటే ఐయామ్ సారీ ఇప్పుడు నేను నైన్త్, 10థ్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫ్రెష్‌మన్
Oh,
సోఫోమోర్,
yeah.
జూనియర్ ఇవన్నీ అంటారు కదా! ఎప్పుడు ఇది ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి?
So a lot of these opportunities, you're not going to be able to get them until you're like 16 and whatnot.
హుహు.
But it's important to start figuring it out in ninth grade. Some people don't even know what they want to do.
అది బిగ్గెస్ట్
That's the
ఛాలెంజ్.
biggest challenge. For me, I'd like to say I'm lucky. From a very young age, I always knew I wanted to study weather. I wanted to do like stuff with like hurricanes and severe weather and stuff like that. And that childhood dream just stuck with me through the end. Mom can tell you, like she saw me growing up watching like the Weather Channel. I'd be so interested in hurricanes.
లైక్ ఎ కార్టూన్ నెట్‌వర్క్.
It was like Cartoon Network. It was like Disney Junior, and she's like, "Do you want to watch like cartoons?" I was like, "No, this is good. I want to listen to the same forecast on loop for a couple more hours." That was my little thing. And 2016, 2017, when we had hurricane come 40 miles off the coast from us, I told mom, I was like, "Can we stay? I want to experience the hurricane." And we stayed. And mom was like, we're not staying the next time. And the year after, we had Hurricane Irma come up through the middle of the state. And she's like, we're leaving. I'm not taking you guys here. But those hurricanes like really shaped my interest, really like pounded it into me. Be like, weather is what I wanted to do, meteorology, atmospheric science, all of these interests aligned within me. So I'm lucky for those interests to stay. But lots of people honestly don't know what they want to do. A lot of my friends didn't really decide what they wanted to do until maybe 10th grade or 11th grade. So they kind of just immersed themselves in a lot of different opportunities, just trying to figure out what it was they had a very deep passion for, a deep interest for as of now. So what I'd say is your freshman year, kind of just explore that if you don't know yet. And then also like start researching what like opportunities you can apply for later on and just keep a list of those. And when the time comes, apply to those, get your rec letters from your teachers, and trust the process from there.
నైస్. సో, నా ఒక క్వెషన్. ఇప్పుడు చాలా మందికి నువ్వు చెప్పినట్టు చాలా వాళ్ళ జూనియర్ ఇయర్ వరకు వాళ్ళకి మేబీ సీనియర్ ఇయర్ వరకు కూడా చాలా మందికి డెసిషన్ తీసుకోలేరు. అలా అని చెప్పి మీరు ఆపేయక్కర్లేదు. అంటే మీరు డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రిసర్చ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ చేయొచ్చు. డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్న్‌షిప్స్ చేయొచ్చు. వాలంటీర్స్ చేయొచ్చు. Even though if it is directly not related to your specific field, because since you didn't narrow down, don't limit yourself not doing all those things. Just try different things. You never know what you might be interested in, and you never know what you are passionate about until you try.
Oh no,
Do you agree
definitely.
with that?
No, definitely. And I think by also like just because you don't know your passion or you don't know what you're truly interested in career wise, like don't let it hold you back from applying, like my mom said. Maybe these opportunities, even if they're not aligned with your career path, they could very well be the thing to like get you into these colleges. They'll be like, wow, like even though she was like she wants to major in chemistry, she did this like whole government like model UN thing. Like that's amazing that she's gonna bring like a global perspective to her career. And they're gonna see those like little itty bitty connections between your fields and they're gonna be amazed regardless. So yeah.
సో, ఔట్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్‌లో ఉంటున్నావు ఇప్పుడు. అవే ఫ్రమ్ హోమ్ అంటున్నావు. సరే ట్రావెల్ అప్పుడు యూ హావ్ టు టేక్ యూ నో మల్టిపుల్ ఎయిర్‌లైన్స్ టు గెట్ హోమ్.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss your flight, sometimes the flight's getting delayed, or rebooking to a different flight. There are so many challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, logistics paranga.
Mm-hmm.
So, what in the first semester, what all you learned or embraced with all this journey?
So some things that I had to like embrace and get used to was obviously dorming. I'm at home. I get my own room, my own private space and whatnot. But when you go off to college, you might not get the luxury of that. You might have to share with one person or two other people. So learning to just so you know, coexist with other people in the same room as you, sharing like resources, sharing spaces, and learning how to carve out time for yourself. What even though it's not inside of your room, like learning to find that space for yourself outside around campus. Another thing was adjusting to food. I like, despite being born and raised here, I'm a big Indian foodie. Like I cannot go without eating Indian food every single day. And going to
Especially upma.
oh my
Okay?
god, upma. I love
Upma, any type of upma, ask Priyanka. She can give you the recipe
I
also.
love upma. So coming to college and having to like, adjust to just eating like maybe mainly like Western meals and like American meals, it was like truly a little hard for me to say. I told myself that I could adjust, that I could deal with it. But when I came back in October for like a very quick break, I was telling mom, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, please just send something up there
And
for
you
me.
know, the first thing she asked me when she is getting on the flight, Mom, the moment I came home, can you please make me upma? Okay, sure, I will make it for you. And Pappu, yes, I will make it for you. And Rasam, yes, I'll make it for
I
you.
had a huge list.
So we will continue more. Okay, this is so interesting and fun. We'll continue more. Thank you.